Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the shed. I am Lonnie.
Hey, good morning. I'm Candace. Welcome back. Today's Monday morning.
You looking for something to put in your beer stein there?
I need
First thing in the morning?
Wake me up this morning. Cheers. I'm gonna finish listing these steins. Hopefully they'll be easy to find, and
hopefully they'll be selling.
I think I'll list a few figures today, and then we have some stuff we're gonna show you over the weekend. Some stuff that we bought. We're not gonna do like a big haul. I think we're just gonna show you things throughout the day as I'm pulling them to list.
Okay.
Trying this out, maybe see how y'all like it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. But anyway, Lonnie's gonna pull orders, and I'm gonna get this listing. Do you have anything to say?
No. 4 Charlie or 5 Charlie, 1 Bravo. I pull a thing. It sold for this much. That's all I have to say.
I like it.
How was the weekend, you think, sourcing?
Friday and Saturday was not great because the weather prediction was like rain the whole weekend, and it actually did not. So people did not have sales.
It happens so often.
I know. So yeah, but we made the most of what we had, and we picked up some good stuff. Not a ton, but the things we got I think are good.
We got some stuff that's really cool.
Yeah. Okay,
we'll show it to y'all in just a little. I just remember one thing that y'all are gonna really like, I think.
Okay.
Our best find.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My best find.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll be just as surprised.
That was 2 days ago. I'm supposed to remember that.
You'll be just as surprised as they are.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, we are gonna pull some orders while Candace starts listing. We have 31 things going out today, so let's get started. For Foxtrot, we sold some of these pans. Hopefully it's these. I think this might be it, actually. I might have gotten lucky. So we bought all these Wilton pans for $2 a piece. Yeah, that is Smurfette, and that is I don't know who that is. Smurf, some kind of Smurf. Smurf and Smurfette. Okay. $19.99 plus shipping on top for those. So we have $4 into those 2 pans. All right, the Joe drawer. We sold one of these Herman replacement cards from the Munsters game from the 60s. This sold for, these are pretty cheap now, $3.84 plus, I think that's gonna be, yeah, that's eBay standard envelope shipping on top. And right here in MU8, we sold a Captain America. Here he is. This guy sold for $11.04 plus ship.
Okay, so one way I'm trying to research is most of these steins have like words on them, and I'm trying to, you can see it's like old English lettering. So I'm not very well versed in that, so I'm trying to type in the Google Translate, and what I typed in, it says the crickets are driven away with drinking and thieves. So I don't know if that's
how you get rid of crickets.
Which one is
that? Doesn't make sense.
Which one is the drinker and which one is the thief?
And where are the crickets? Or maybe they're already gone.
They're driven away.
Okay. So, good. I was wondering what happened to all the crickets.
Yeah, there you go.
Tiger drawer. We sold a replacement plate. American Girl. Everything's American Girl now. We sold a replacement American Girl plate. 1 plate. Sold for $14.99 plus shipping on top. All right, putting this stuff back in. I just pulled this part. This is a PC valve grommet, and it sold for $3 something. I need to, next time I do my sales, I need to be a little more careful. I never intended to put these auto parts on sale, yet there they are. No big deal though. That sold for $3.24 plus ship. And from the Flatware drawer, I got to be careful because I make mistakes in this drawer. Pretty sure it's this. I'll double check though. 5-piece serving set. 5-piece serving set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, everything looks good. We sold this 5-piece serving set for $24.99 plus ship. Then on 5 Echo, I think I gotta go to the other side. 5 Echo, we sold this dragon pan. This is the same buy that I was talking about a minute ago with the Smurfs. This was the this is the best piece in that lot. This one pan sold for $39.99 plus shipping on top. So how many pans did we have, Candace? Total?
Was it 9 maybe?
No, it was more than that.
Or 13.
13. So we paid 26 for all 13 pans.
Yeah, we paid $2 a piece.
And then just this one pan, we're already in the profit just on that one. So yeah, that was a pretty good one. I'm glad that one was in there though. Okay, to Charlie, we sold this Polaroid that we got. Candace actually spotted this. We paid like it was either $1 or $2, huh? You remember this one?
Yeah, that was $1.
Yeah, Candace actually spotted that one. $19.99 plus shipping on top for this. And that is actually going to retrospect, so they are still buying some Polaroids. Nothing like starting off the day with a Frankenbox resize like this. This is the, I'm not showing the label because of customer information, but this is or these are the 2 Smurf pans. Did a resize and I guess a Frankenbox where you use more than one box. These are 2 number 7 boxes. I wanted to mention this because recently I did a short where I showed resizing a box, and a couple of people said that their post office won't take packages that are like that, or I guess, you know, like this, where I have a couple of boxes going. Both of these boxes that I used are just large mailing boxes, number 7s. So those are not flat rate boxes. They always ship by dimensions and weight. Okay, so those are the only boxes I use. However, and that's fine, I can actually do that. There's nothing in the rules against doing that. But a bunch of y'all, whenever I show doing this kind of thing, sometimes y'all will say that your post office won't take those kind of packages. They say that it's, you know, you can't do that, it's illegal, whatever. They are mistaken, but the cold hard fact is, if your post office won't take it and you can't show them the way, you can't say, hey, look, your rules don't say that you can't take it, then ultimately you have to do whatever you're gonna do to actually get your packages out. So post offices don't always know the rules, unfortunately. Okay, profit pile is building right here. 6 Charlie, we sold a little vintage chess set, which I always buy, and I probably should slow down on these because they don't sell for much. I just like them. Yeah, this is $12.99 plus shipping on top for this. Don't even know what I paid for it. It's been up there for a while. Originally though, it cost $9.99, probably back in the 80s, I would imagine. Smalls drawer, one of Candace's action figure parts that she's always listing. This is a Transformers Jetfire laser gun rifle only. $24.99 plus shipping on top for that. Pocket 117, we sold some more of these pocket shrines. It's these guys right here. Each one of these little baggies has 4 of the little tiny statues in it. And these 2 bags sold for $37.48 plus shipping on top. 7 Alpha, it's gonna be back here at the top. Sold a tennis racket. This was not one of my better buys, but it wasn't horrible either. I think I paid $5 for this racket, and it sold fairly quickly within a couple of weeks for $19.99 plus shipping on top. So there's this, it's not bad. A 5 and a 20. The only reason I would kind of hesitate to do this particular buy again, it's just going to take a couple of minutes to pack, but it's not that bad. It is going to incur that $4 surcharge for the length you can go up to, let's see, once you get over 22 inches long, up to 30 inches long, then you're paying $4 on top of what you would normally pay for priority postage. For Alpha, do have some more car parts up here. Sold a brake pad cover. So that ought to be pretty easy to spot. Brake pad cover for Ford Ranger or something. Let's see. I think this is it. 20753. Various four yeah, this is it. This sold for $7.64 plus shipping on top. Okay, for Foxtrot, we have some underwear down here. It's been down here for quite a while. We bought a bunch of stuff from a couponer last year, and we're slowly selling. Like, I don't think we have a ton of that stuff left. It was a bunch of stuff though. Like when we initially bought all this stuff, it filled up. I had to come over here, grab this last pair. When we bought all that stuff, it filled up the entire back of the truck, and it filled up the entire shed when we were processing it. And a lot of the stuff was great, but some of the stuff is taking a little longer to sell. But yeah, we sold 6 pair. This is 6 pair of underwear per little bundle here. So all of those underwears sold for $29.22 plus ship. Some more stuff from that buy to Echo. We had some stuff from that buy that, I mean, it's good stuff. It was just that we had to get a little creative with our bundles to get a lot of that stuff sold. And now I'm looking for, I think it's over here. Yep, it's this stuff over here. Okay. Yep, it's these bundles right here that Candace made up. Different loofahs and Pure Body 3 bamboo wash sponges, poofs, bamboo body buffer, nail brush. Okay, $9.74 plus shipping for that. Some more of that HBA stuff. CC 11. It's probably going to be this. Yeah, the good thing is $4.54 plus ship for this. The good thing is, and this is all one order, by the way, all 3 of these things. Good thing is we're getting rid of this kind of stuff. It's getting out of here, and we're giving good deals, so everybody's happy. That's a win-win. 6 Delta sold some, here we go, Estee Lauder. These 2 right here. These 2 sold for $13.99 plus shipping on top. And from the Cube, this is, I think Candace, you picked this up. Where'd you get this? Stop pulling.
At a garage sale where I bought Pippin's new harness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you bought Pippin.
That was Friday.
Yeah, Friday you bought Pippin a new harness, and then this we also bought. Although
that's too little for him.
It's too little for him. We could probably use this because he is definitely a puller. We're not very good dog trainers. Pippin is a bad puller sometimes.
I didn't tell you, but the other day I took him. Our older daughter works at a pet store, and I took Pippin there just to do a little shopping and also to see her. And he got out of his harness in the pet store.
Oh my gosh! What did he do?
This other dog came up and they were like sniffing and doing the twirl around each other thing, and then he just got wigged out for some reason, and he backed up and he came right out of his harness. And then he started. This is bad for a pet store, and they all have it. The electric doors.
Oh yeah.
So he started walking towards those, and I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna open and he's gonna go in the parking lot. But Sarah managed to get him. But yeah.
I never thought about that. That is bad. Maybe they ought to have like a foot switch you got to step on, or a button you press, or something to get out of there. I never thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I haven't either.
So what did he end up doing? He just ended up stopping.
Yeah, he wasn't running, but I kind of like, there was people all around us, and I'm like, oh my God, I just kind of freaked out and froze, and Sarah just went right to him and knelt down and got him till I got over there.
Okay, good. One of those little things, we like picking up stuff like this that you're making, like, really, like, percentage wise you're making a great return. Money wise you're not making a bunch of money, but buying stuff like this can help kind of offset your time and gas when you're out there garage sailing. Like, that's why we still pick.
It was easy, fast listing.
Yeah.
New in the package.
Yeah.
Yeah, just real easy to list, real easy to pack.
Right. So, yeah. And some days it's like, some days when sales aren't great, we'll have, like, you know, 10 or so things like that sell, plus then a couple other better things. Sometimes those kind of little things keep you going. All right, this is a very good sale here. This is one of Candace's part lots. This woman will part out anything. One of her part lots for these cross pin. These are cross pin holders that would go into like a
wooden desk set.
Right.
Yeah, like the big wooden block that holds the pen and the pencil.
Our block was kind of nasty looking. It just looked bad.
It had like a brass engraved plaque between the pen and pencil that someone had pulled off. I'm assuming it was someone's name, and so it left just a big nasty area. So we knew no one would buy the whole block.
Or we didn't think they would anyway.
Well, yeah. So, and actually, I think the way we parted it out, we made more money than selling the.
Oh, way more.
Because we were doing the pen and pencil separately.
Well, that already sold. That's gone.
Yeah, and then those two things separately.
Right. So we did. So we bought the block with the pens for $2.50 at half price day at an estate sale, and the pens sold for $19.99.
I really don't remember.
I think they did, because I just pulled it the other day. And then now we've sold one of these for $19.99, and now when the other one sells, that means we'll have total sales of $60 off of $2.50.
And we still have a pencil left to sell, right?
No, I sold the boat.
Oh, you sold both of them? I did list them
together. Yeah, you
listed
them together.
I forgot, yeah.
But yeah, look, that's brilliant.
I know.
This is, I feel like...
And they just, there's no tools required. They just pop right out.
Right, that's...
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's mind-blowing.
I saw people listing them, like, how'd they get them out of there?
Yeah, this isn't something we just came up with. Candace, when she was doing her research, which she's one of the better researchers for eBay, I think, she spotted that. I'm like, no way, that's got to be. When I see comps like that, I'm like, that's not, like, I know I see it with my eyes, but that's not really happening. And look, it happened. Sometimes I just cannot believe. just like this gun right here. Yeah, somebody's got to pay $25 for that. They did. You don't believe it till it happens, though.
Yep.
Okay, one Bravo. We sold a really cool card. That's right up front here. This is a Jarvis Landry rookie autograph card. It's got his auto there. It is graded. It's got a bad grade. A lot of times these autograph cards do have lower grades because they've been handled a lot during the signing. But yeah, this is Jarvis Landry rookie SIG. It sold for $29.99. Yeah, $29.99 plus shipping on top. It's not going to go, it won't go eBay standard envelope. It's just going to go in a little box, probably 4 ounces shipping. But Jarvis Landry, he is underrated. When he was at LSU, I mean, he's had a great pro career too, but when he was at LSU, he played on the other side of the field from Odell Beckham Jr. We had Odell. That's how good that team was. We didn't have a whole lot of success with that team, but we had Odell Beckham on one side, Odell Beckham Jr. on one side, and we had Jarvis Landry on the other side, and they put up some crazy friggin' numbers. Bama was just way too good that year. But yeah, I like both of those guys. I like Jarvis Landry a lot. $29.99 plus shipping for that one. Tiger drawer. This is something we picked up the other day too, and I don't really remember where we got it or what we paid. This is a little lighter with a knife. Oh, I bought I remember now.
The stuff where we bought
the computer stuff and all, yeah. So we have like $2 into this, something like that. I mean, we got a big bundle deal. But anyway, this is $13.99 plus shipping on top. So I just printed the label for this tennis racket, And I just put 2 of these, whatever these boxes are. I can't remember what number they are. But they are not flat rate or regional products. Here it is. What is this? This is a 2 10.95 boxes. But it ended up being 28 inches long, 28 by 12, and I put 4 for this. And the price to ship it to Indiana was $12.85, which means it would have been, before the surcharge thing happened, it would have been $8.85 to ship that. So it's more expensive. It's not a complete deal breaker on this, but on some other things it might be, especially like golf clubs, baseball bats, stuff like that. Stuff that could be more than 30 inches. Well, now you're into $15 surcharge territory, and now you're looking at UPS and FedEx ground instead. Okay, 10 Foxtrot. We sold this guy an iPen mouse. It's one of those things from the 90s, one of those kooky products from the 90s. Got this at a part of a big bundle of old computer gear and stuff. Actually, there's the same sale that we bought the that little tool I showed y'all a minute ago, the little pocket knife and fire starters thing. It was part of that buy. Probably have about $2 into this. Sold it for $24.99 plus shipping on top. What you got?
This is some of the stuff we picked up on Saturday. Is this computer?
Yeah, it's a computer game.
What do you think it's worth?
I don't know, probably somewhere around 20, 25, maybe a little more. The reason I got it, I did see a comp. I did comp this, and it looked like the ones that came with the strategy guide did decent. So okay. I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking it up.
Yeah, there's a lot in here. Oh, look, World of Warcraft is in here too.
Yeah, it's probably like a little demo thing or something.
But yeah, there's a bunch of discs. So yeah, $3 for that.
Yeah.
And then this is cool. It's a little instant camera, but it's Minolta.
Yeah, Instant Pro. Yeah. Never seen. It's a nice looking. I mean, it looks so much nicer than most of your Polaroids.
It's got like a little digital screen back here. Yeah. And
I'm pretty sure it takes the Polaroid film, but I'm not 100% because I don't remember ever seeing Minolta brand film. Let me see if I can open it. Okay, yeah, I just opened it up, and Polaroid. Photo flash film, Polaroid Spectra. So it does use Polaroid film. I remember back in the day, I actually got, for one of my birthdays, I think it might have been 8th or 9th birthday, I wanted instant cameras when they first came out. They were cool. Like, it might not make sense today, but they were cool to instantly get a photo. Yeah. Like, so when I was,
you didn't have to bring it to the store and get the film developed.
Right, exactly. Like, it was a whole different world. But when I was 8 or 9, did you have an instant camera? Did you have a Polaroid?
Yeah, I did, because I don't remember having a camera. I remember a picture I have from it of me sitting in the Knight Rider car.
The Knight Rider car, huh?
Yeah, at a show. And
probably like back then that would have been like World of Wheels. Remember that was it?
Yeah, it was some kind of show like that, and yeah, I'm sitting in this little in the driver's seat with a little Polaroid picture.
They used to have like this. Did y'all have that show where you live, World of Wheels? Like it was cool. They would have like monster trucks. They would have like the General Lee. They would have the Knight Rider, like stuff like that. And then like it was almost like a con, right? Like what they call a con.
A vehicle con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't really see that anymore. It used to be a big production. They do it every year, and it would be like the big thing. Like when you go back to school after the weekend, you know, like your friends would be really jealous if you went to the World of Wheels. Yeah. It was all about cars back in the 80s though, like TV shows and stuff.
Mm-hmm, the little sports cars.
Or even like the A-Team van.
Or what about Magnum PI? What did he have?
Oh, he had he had the little red Ferrari. That car, man. Shoo-wee. The only downside to this kind of camera is this is not the type that retrospect would want.
They only buy Polaroid? Pretty
much.
You don't know that. You've never had one. Maybe they do buy that.
True, but you see, the whole idea of the Polaroid is the look, and this does not have the look. Yeah. It looks modern. You know what I mean? Like, it even has a digital display on the back. Yeah. And I haven't seen a Polaroid with that. Yeah. What else you got?
Couple of well, 3 hats, buck each for all.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't even see that one.
This is from where they had the Beatles glasses you were trying to buy.
Oh yeah.
It's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band. It is Apple branded, not Apple the computers,
Apple
the
Records.
record company.
Yeah.
And it's new. It didn't have a tag, but it's still got the little hang tag thing on it.
Another story. Got another story for you.
Oh.
Aren't you glad?
About the Beatles?
No, oh yeah, about the Beatles, and specifically Apple Records. That was one of the deals whenever Apple Computers started, was they had the same name as Apple Records. So they had a deal in place, and Apple Records sued them for that name, like trademark infringement or whatever. And the decision that came out was that Apple Computer could use the name Apple Computer. The only thing is they couldn't sell what?
Music.
Exactly. So later on, many years later,
You did tell me about this.
whenever they came out with iTunes, they had to, I think they
It
had,
was a big court thing.
I don't know if they had to pay a settlement or what.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a thing. That's a cool hat.
It is a cool hat.
I bet that's gonna do pretty well. Have a little, like, as far as hats go anyway.
This Louisiana Tech. It's a school up in northern Louisiana. Brand new hat.
New attacks.
Yep.
That's right now. It's a fitted hat too. That's weird.
It's a good time to have college hats right now.
Yeah, I don't love that it's fitted, because now you've automatically like greatly reduced.
This is what size head you have to have.
Yeah.
And this is, we said Atlanta Braves, right? Because
Yeah.
it's MLB postseason 2013. It's not, doesn't have tags, but it's like super clean. So.
Yeah. No, it's a good hat. That does look like the Alabama A.
It does.
Candace thought it was a Crimson Tide at first. I could see why, because that
But then I was like, wait, there's baseball logos.
Right.
On it. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. 2013.
Okay.
So those are a few things we picked up.
Okay, D&D drawer. We sold a little calendar thing. This has been in here for a long time. That's an old calendar too. This thing sold for $17.24 plus shipping on top. And guy drawer, we sold I think a Wolverine. Is that what it was? I think it might be this one right here. Yeah, this is it. Wolverine. This guy sold for $5.49 plus shipping on top, on sale. We sold a couple of these cases on one order. Some kind of go-go dolls. Miss Mary Go-Go Time. We actually had some others of these that actually had the dolls and stuff in them. Look, this is, I'm reading down there, this is from 1967 Mary Manufacturing Company. Made and printed in the USA. We sold this one, and let's go grab the other one. We're supposed to have another one of those cases on 7 Charlie. Yep, we do. Right here. Both of these together sold on one order for $29.98. In the flatware drawer, we sold one of these. This is a cross pen refill. That says black. Let me make sure they are both black. They are both black. This cross pen refill, we got 2 of these, or actually 3 of them, for $1 at an estate sale, and we sold this one for $11.99 plus shipping on top. And let's go to 5 Bravo. We're gonna pull an NES game. We're looking for American Gladiators, and here it is. This guy sold for $9.99 plus ship. And on 2 Echo, we sold some hair dye. Candace had mentioned maybe using this herself, I thought, but I guess she decided not to go with the gray hair. This stuff sold for $19.99 plus ship. Oh, I know where these are. 2 Echo, we sold another one of these little lots Candace made up, $9.74 plus shipping for this one. And last thing we're gonna pull right now is we do have one more thing. do have one more large thing I have to go to storage to pick up in just a bit. Well, must be back here. Oh, I wasn't expecting this kind of box, but now I'm thinking this is, yep, these are the ones. We had a bunch of hair dye we bought from really a couple of different buys. Hair dye is, I don't know, I guess if you can get it for the right price. Yeah, a lot of 3 of these, $9.74. I guess if you can get it for the right price, it can be okay. If you have the right colors or something, but for the most part, I would say hair color it's kind of a tough way to make money on eBay, really. It's just not, I think it's just a little too cheap. And this is the last thing that we're pulling today. I actually had to get a storage for this guy. This is an Interbay Joker, HD Masterpiece Joker. I'm not going to take it all out. It's all packed up nice and ready to roll. And the way I'm going to pack this is, I've got a garbage bag over there. I'm going to put this in the garbage bag. Then I have a smaller box I'm going to make a wrap with around that, and then have a larger box I'm going to wrap it again. And it's out of here. We still have a Batman in storage too that is like in this same series that I'm trying to sell. These things have been way harder to sell than I anticipated. So I wasn't really planning on documenting this, but this is, here's the Joker. Like I said, you could tell he's in a garbage bag. I did that wrap, and then I did a big old, like, this is a really big resize I did to make this box longer. This is normally a square. You can see the normal seam is here. So I made this side narrower, made this side longer, and then now I've also got plenty of cardboard to really defend this inner box. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm into this for maybe 15 minutes so far. I got another 5 minutes or so to go. I'm probably gonna have to cut some of this down. What I might do after I cut that down, because if I fold it over now like it is, it's just too long. It's gonna actually hang over that side. So if I cut this off and this off, I'll still have plenty of cardboard because of these extra long flaps here. I'll take these cut-offs and I'm gonna put them on the bottom of that box. So then we're gonna have just like cardboard like crazy everywhere protecting this thing. And here's the finished product. I think it came out really good. I've made a lot of these kind of Franken boxes before, and sometimes they come out looking really wonky. This one doesn't look wonky. It looks good. I'm happy with it. You never know exactly what you're gonna get, because like building something like this does involve a lot of eyeballing and estimating and hand cutting, freehand cutting. So you never know, but this was a win here. The label has been bought. It is going from Louisiana to San Bernardino, California, and it weighs 11 pounds. It measures 28, 17, 13. And the postage, the label costs 42 and change. So pretty pricey package.
Hey, so this is going to be some of the parts I posted in that action figure identification group, and that's actually the name of the group. Y'all probably thought that I was just describing it. That's the name. There's 2 groups by that name, and they're both really good at helping identify.
We'll put thumbnails of those 2 groups up here so you'll know exactly what she's talking about.
They're Facebook groups. So these are 2 parts that I had them identify here. You can see. And here's like a picture of how I put them on that page. They want them plain as day numbered, and then they go in and they say number 2 is, and that's where they told me which, it goes actually to one of the Generation 1 Transformers. If you remember, I was working on those last week. And so I went to the Transformer Land website and I searched. They said it went to Roadbuster. It's kind of messed up, I don't know why. But I search Roadbuster and I go down here and it shows you all the parts and accessories. And so these are actually a right and left handle. So knowing that information, I punched that into eBay search and I found these 2 solds. So looks like we'll get about 20 bucks per handle.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, it is. So this is the website you've been using, right? This
Transformerland.
And you said they are eBay sellers as well, right?
They do have stuff on eBay, but they actually sell on their website too. And you can see like these parts are sold out here on their website. Yeah.
So when you click, so this is in stock.
I guess, yeah.
So, okay, buy it. All right, let's see what happens when I click. Okay, so they do have their own store integrated into this
website.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for parts to complete something, you can try them first. Okay, so that's just a couple little tools for when you're searching for parts, just to make the job easier.
If you want to do that.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna be for everybody. Like if you're moving like a like just a mass lots of quantity of stuff, you may or may not have time to do that. And you know, maybe in that case you might be somebody that would just spread out a whole bunch of transformer parts and auction them off or something, you know, like that's
a good way to do it. My problem here was I didn't even know these were transformer. So, and it was kind of a good thing. So now I have two little things that sell for 20 each, and I didn't even know what they were. Now I know what they were and what they're worth. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. Okay, so this is probably the best thing we got yesterday or Saturday.
Yeah. As far as profit percent wise,
yeah, I think this is the biggest profit thing we got. This is an Evinrude motor stand, and just due to like the size, and it's not super duper heavy duty, probably a lighter engine, you know, probably like a maybe a 10 horse motor, maybe heavier than that. But you could see this is where the motor clamps were attached right here, and then your motor hangs out back here, and it's balanced so it doesn't fall over or anything.
And I like the cool vintage logo.
I do too. I wish it was in a little better condition, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
And this is aluminum, so it's all, you know, scuffed up and everything. And we went to the same garage sale where we got the Diablo game.
Yeah.
That same garage sale, we were walking back to the truck with our purchases, walked right by this thing. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I kept walking. I'm like, wait. Let's turn around. I'm like, how much for that thing? And she went in, asked her husband, came back out $15. And
yeah, this was Saturday, somewhat late, so they probably hadn't had any interest in it.
Right.
I'm assuming.
I'm sure it's that's the kind of thing.
The casual garage seller is not going to pick up.
Right. This is just like purely having some kind of eye, having a little bit of imagination there, because it ain't pretty. But
yeah, it's got rust on the legs, but it's all surface rust. Someone could restore it really easily.
Yeah, they could sandblast it and then paint it if they wanted. I consider doing that myself, and really I'm not 100% sure I won't.
Yeah.
What if we did like some cool ass colors and then mask this and then sanded all this down real good and then did like two tones? I think we could sell it.
Go with the color scheme on here.
What you think?
Do you want to put in all that work?
Not really.
And do we think we're going to get a lot more money if we do? Because it'll be a lot of work. That'd be fun.
And that ain't something that's not something we specialize in either. It's not.
That's why I said whoever's buying it, if it's a collector, I say let them restore it.
Yeah, you're right.
So.
You're right. So anyways, when we didn't look at comps or anything. I just knew looking at it, I'm like, all right, 15 is going to be fine. But when we got back in the truck, Candace started looking it up, and she found one that was pretty similar, maybe a little better condition.
Better condition, but their shipping, whoo!
Yeah, they got it. They sold it for $175 plus like over $100 shipping.
Yeah.
And when if you look at the solds for these motors, these old motor stands, a lot of people do the same thing. They ship it just like this, I guess. And the thing is, allegedly, let's see, this side will come off if you want to pull that out.
Okay. Let me get it down here.
Yeah. So this side is.
Pull that one out.
Okay, go ahead. There we go. So you can see this will actually come off, and we could flat pack it. which will not cost $100. It might cost 30 or something, but we'll be able to flat pack this now. Now the only problem I'm having is that I have this nut right here, or this screw, right? Actually, it's a screw. I almost think it's aluminum because it's so soft, but it's almost like it's what kind of like welded itself together with the aluminum piece here. So I was having all kind of trouble. I mean, I've sprayed it with stuff. I hit it with a hammer with the flathead in there. I tried to get it from the side with a wrench.
Drill it out.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to drill it. So I'm gonna have to drill this stupid thing out. I don't have the extractor thing, so I just ordered some off of eBay, and I'm gonna have to try and drill it out, because that's how we're gonna make our money. We can get 175 for it, I think, as long as our shipping is good.
Yeah.
Because if we charge $100 shipping, we're gonna have to sell it for 100. Yeah. Because the condition
or lower. Yeah.
Right. But if we flat pack it, I think we can get the 175. So
yep.
I just ordered a extracting thing from eBay, and which I've never done before.
What's an extracting thing?
Well, you drill into it, and then there's another piece you screw into the part you drilled, and then you unscrew that.
Oh, it threads onto
right.
what you just screwed.
Yeah,
right.
in the interior
Gotcha.
of it, into what you just screwed, and then when you screw it again, that screwing action is going to tighten into the screw, but it's going to be in the direction of taking the screw out.
Gotcha.
That's the idea.
Okay.
But I've never actually done it before. I've seen it on YouTube though. we do this on YouTube. And I know some people, actually a lot of people have claimed they get started, or they learn how to resell from watching some of our stuff. So I do the same thing all the time. I watch how-to vids on YouTube all the time.
Especially when it comes to doing like home remodels.
Yeah, because I'm a little handy, but I don't really know that much.
Yeah.
I can kind of fumble through a lot of stuff. But oh, we had a question too.
We get this question a lot. Emails, comments on videos.
Yeah, actually I had a comment on a video the other day asking about this light box.
Yeah.
And then you actually had a question from someone
on eBay.
On eBay.
Another seller messaged us. She saw one of our listings and asked what we use to do photos.
Right, because you could tell that she was using a light box very similar to this. Mm-hmm. Might have been the same one for all I know.
Yeah.
And she had the white background in it, and it looked like everything was good, except she would take the pictures with her phone.
Yeah.
And which you can maybe do, but I want to talk about we also saw, I got this question too. I think I'm going to order one of those picture boxes tomorrow. Do they work well for phone pics as well? And so here's the thing you really need to know about these light boxes, or really any kind of photography. Yeah, these light boxes, you could see like that is well lit. Now here's the problem. Whenever you use a phone or even like a camera like this, if you put these things on auto mode, they're going to try to set the exposure for the overall picture to be
equally lit,
equally exposed. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. So what you end up having is like your item will look okay, but the background and everything is going to look really drab, and really your item is going to be a little underexposed too, because your camera's bringing its level down because of that bright white that's everywhere.
It just looks like the picture just looks more flat.
It looks drab.
Yeah.
I think drab and just overcast day kind of look. Mm-hmm. And that's going to happen if you let your camera pick the exposure for you, which phone cameras just about always do that. If you put a DSLR, or you put one of these little cameras on auto mode, they're going to do the same thing, because they don't know what you want your exposure to look like. So will you get great results from a cell phone with one of these cubes? Probably not if you use your stock photo app that came with your phone. Now, when I used to shoot, before we started using that, I used to shoot with my phone a lot with the photo cubes, but I had a third-party app that I was running on the phone. I can't remember the name of it because I don't even use it anymore, but it would let me actually control the exposure to where I could set the shutter speed, the aperture, and I could actually like make the exposure look exactly like I wanted it to. And once I did that, I was able to actually take photos that look as good as the photos that we take with that camera on manual mode. So will your cell phone do well? If you just use on auto mode, you're probably going to be disappointed. So you need some way, and it doesn't have to be an expensive phone or expensive camera. If you can get manual control of your exposure, that's the key, plus good lighting. That's when it happens, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Candace saw that whenever she first started working in here. She would use her phone, and then finally I was like, Candace, we gotta talk. And that's when I'm like, look, we got to use this camera on manual mode when we're using this light box, and you saw the difference.
I mean, another thing, and there's YouTube videos out here to tell you how to do all this, is setting the white balance.
White balance matters too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but we're gonna I'm gonna take a picture with our camera in the photo booth, photo box, and then I'm gonna take one with my cell phone so we can just kind of show you the difference.
So Candace is going to take a photo. I'm going to show you these photos, but she's going to take this first photo. She is controlling the exposure. So that's what she wanted it to look like. Leave it there. Put that thing on green box, like on the auto mode, and take a picture again. This is what the camera thinks it should look like.
And you can see it kind of trying to adjust the light itself.
Okay, so even on that camera, it's going to look like that. Now let's see with
I'll show you if you couldn't see. This is what we normally use. This is M for manual, and this is auto. Right.
Another good thing, whenever you use manual control of your exposure, you're going to have a lot more, your photos are going to look a lot more even. Like if somebody looks at all of them, they're not going to see one that's like crazy exposed, and then another one that's like not so exposed.
Yeah.
And y'all can see the photo here's the photo she just took with her phone. So just something to think about. I don't think photos with just your phone in a light cube, I don't think they look bad.
And also, like Lonnie's camera does better pictures than mine because he is a newer version. So it also could depend on which phone you have.
Yeah, to some extent, but getting the proper exposure is so important in all photography, especially with product photography. And I think a lot of times when people keep buying stuff like cubes or more and more fancier lights, they're chasing this thing that a lot of times they can find by just controlling the exposure manually. And I know that sounds a little imposing. It ain't that hard once you try it a little bit though. So.
Yeah, Google it.
Google it. Did you say Google it?
YouTube it. Because it's all still kind of confusing to me. I get the concept, but as far as knowing how to do the settings.
Well, basically we leave this camera, like we're on manual mode all day. And not everything is going to want, not everything is going to be lit the exact same, even if you're using it in there. And what we do is, you see that 1/640? That's the shutter speed. We have f5.6, that's the aperture. And then over there at ISO at 800, we keep all three of those. We keep two of those three the same. The f5.6 and the ISO, we keep those the same. The only thing we ever change is the shutter speed. If you want it brighter, you make your shutter speed longer. If you want it less bright, you make your shutter speed shorter. So we only have one thing that we ever change on this camera once we get those settings locked in. So I know that's a little bit in depth, maybe a little nerdy, but I thought it might be helpful to some of y'all. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks a bunch for watching, and we will see y'all again soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.